gentlemen, there you have it, the world's smallest ring announcer. And ladies and gentlemen, it's also my unhappy duty to inform you that my broadcast partner today is Kevin Half-Truth Casey.
Kevin, the full truth and nothing but the full truth, Casey. And wow, we've got action already in the ring. Let me tell you, the ratings in the UIW are going to skyrocket now that the truth is now a part.
Kevin, I'm not going to call you truth or half-truth today. I'm just going to call you Kevin. We're going to try and keep this as civil as I possibly can. Dave the Wave put his butt on the line. Dave the Wave, my broadcast partner.
I've never heard of it.
All right? And we're going to try and do this like a real wrestling
show,
okay? Look at
that cheating Kirk Dredd pulling the tights of my good friend AJ. The bad thing, Fritzoid. Look at it.
Well, Kevin, it seems like you've bought up about half the contracts in the UIW.
I'm the richest man in all of wrestling, and I'm stretching my resources very, very broad right now because I have taken over the UIW, and I'm going to take over all of wrestling.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, yes, Kevin Casey does own more than one golf club. Instead of bringing out the 6-iron today, he brought the 3-wood.
I brought the 1-wood because you're in trouble. Look at this.
There we go. Great. Oh, AJ Fritzoid drops to his knees. I don't know. What happened to your man there,
well,
Kevin?
I'll tell you what. He's not my man. He's just a paid henchman of Chaos, just a chaos agent, if you will. He's a strong man, and he's matched up with a strong man. And Killer hit Kirk Dredd. This is an even contest. Both guys have a lot going for themselves. Big fan followings, and they're strong men and excellent wrestlers here.
So in other words, you're telling me that you are the king of this empire, and that these guys are just helping you put it together.
Boy, you must have graduated cum laude, pal. You're a real smart one there, regular Einstein.
Well, Kevin, thanks for filling me in on that. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
look, my job as a commentator, I don't have time to, because I could spend years talking about how great I am. Let's keep all of our comments directed towards the ring, pal.
All right, Kevin, you got it. You got it.
Look at that chop.
As AJ Fritzoid, the bad thing.
I love it, AJ.
Evidently, he's in your stable there, Kevin.
He's a paid chaos agent. Some may come, some may go, but chaos remains constant.
And that's the name of your organization.
Chaos Enterprise is the leading conglomerate in all of professional wrestling.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen.
You see the Pro Wrestling Illustrated, wrestling superstars, my good friends Bill Apter and Bob Smith. You can keep up to date with the truth because I am worldwide. Look at the cheating of Kirk Dredd here. He won't get worldwide with cheating like that. Look.
Nobody's got AJ Fritzoid out of the ring.
He's on the run.
And he's chasing him.
I think we might have to question the...
Question what? The ability of Killer hit Kirk Dredd? He's a good wrestler, Kevin.
The proclivity of one Kirk Dredd here.
And
he's trying to take off AJ's ring attire.
That's only because the man was running away from him.
You know, Kirk Dredd kind of resembles Pee Wee Herman to me.
Kevin, you know as well as I do that when we have the big tournament, the final stand come up in Martinsburg, West Virginia on September the 14th, that's a Saturday, that Killer Kirk Dredd will be in that tournament and he will be one of the main contenders.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, I am the truth, I'm not a liar, and I have to acknowledge the fact that Killer hit Kirk Dredd, whose proclivity is in question of late, but yet his wrestling skills are not in question. He is a top flight contender here in the UIW, and he has to be a force to be reckoned with.
He does, and AJ Fritzoid doesn't seem to be carrying the match to him very much here.
Well,
as he slams AJ Fritzoid into the turnbuckle, follows it up with an elbow smash. AJ's once again down on his knees.
AJ, you have to pencil him in as a perennial favorite in this UIW tournament, along with sexy Steve Valentino, a man who is in my stable, the #1 free agent in all of the UIW, one King Kalua.
King Kalua, and we haven't seen King Kalua for a while here recently, Kevin.
King Kalua's been on a tour of the Pacific Realm.
Okay.
But look at AJ Fritzoid. Get that. Oh, nice gouge.
Yeah, nice job with a couple of fingers there, Kevin. Oh, he hit him in the forehead, and I don't think Pee Wee's going to buy that any more than I did.
Pee Wee, you talked about Kirk Dredd. He does look like Pee Wee
the referee there, Kevin.
Kirk Dredd looks like uh-oh.
There goes bad things out of ring. Killer hit Kirk Dredd. He's going to follow. AJ with a punch to midsection. And Killer hit Kirk Dredd, coming back with a couple punches of his own. And there's an elbow smash there from AJ Fritzoid.
He took a cinder block. Oh my.
He took a cinder block and went after AJ Fritzoid.
He should be disqualified. That's a foreign object or international object.
It's up to the referee. And Pee Wee cautioned him to get back in the ring.
Pee Wee's in the ring. Look at him. He's
as the bad thing takes a walk around the ring, trying to catch his breath here a little bit.
A.J. Fritzoid is a strong man and a very intelligent man. You might think you have him, but he's always going to be one step ahead of you. Look, just like that. Well, he's a bad thing.
He's proven that to us in shows past here, Kevin.
His new attitude has caused him to win a lot of matches in the recent past here.
Well, Kevin, a lot of people in wrestling question whether that's his attitude or the attitude you've given him.
Well, if I do receive credit for giving him an attitude, I'll accept it. But A.J. Fritzoid, with me or without me, is a top contender. He's always has been an impressive competitor. He just needed to have a new focus in wrestling.
And that's what he's got now, courtesy of Kevin Casey.
And he's winning, right?
Yes, he won before.
Hey, the bottom line is, you win, you make more dough. If you don't, you lose, you take home less money. And A.J. Fritzoid wants to make more money, and I can't blame him.
That I can understand.
Oh my, what strength. Belly to back suplex by Kirk Dredd.
Absolutely. Killer hit Kirk Dredd coming back in this match a little bit. All right, gets AJ up on his
Killer
feet.
hit Kirk Dredd was a trained professional wrestler. You can tell he learned his lessons well.
He sure has. And I'm sure he learned some of this on the streets of Brooklyn, New York.
He must have been hanging out with, oh my, look at that. He must have been, he's a great wrestler. He's a very good wrestler. He must have been trained by that Phil Livelsberger guy. He has a school up here, and I heard it's one of the leading wrestling schools.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there's a chop to the throat from Killer hit Kirk Dredd, and a boot to the stomach.
He's got a great school. Look now, that's cheating right there. Now, Kirk Dredd, huh?
Well, that's why Pee Wee's counting him out.
Pee Wee's cheating.
And he blows him off the top rope there. Moving AJ around a little bit. A couple more shots to the head. Whoa!
One thing bothers me about Kirk Dredd. He needs to get some wrestling tights. What's he doing? Looks like he's just got a pair of cut-off shorts. Last time I think
maybe he's a surfer, Kevin.
What, New York? A lot of waves there.
Well, some people question whether you're a golfer.
I am. I play in PGA sponsored events, the Skins Games, Celebrity Pro-Ams. That's how I made my money. I was a collegiate golfer.
Now wait a minute here. Whoa! Hit the bell, and it looks like we're going to get a double disqualification here. Pee Wee gets shoved around the ring. We've got Killer hit Kirk Dredd on top of AJ Fritzoid. They're taking it to the outside. Look out! Here we go. Wait a minute. Whoa! And there go the chairs.
Coming right after us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this happened last time we had a match between Killer hit Kirk Dredd. Here it's
I'll tell you one thing.
10.
If any of these people watching the UIW wrestling show, if you can come out and see superstars like Kirk Dredd and AJ Fritzoid, these feuds are not over, and you can see them settled at an arena near you.
Well, this is great action, and we're going to be back with more of it right after this.
Saturday, October 5th at the Hanover National Guard Armory in Hanover, Pennsylvania. The UIW presents professional wrestling like you've never seen it before. Universal Independent Wrestling. The UIW brings you the biggest, baddest wrestlers in the country. Featuring Max Thrasher versus Bad Thing AJ Fritzoid. Axel Rotten versus The Surgeon. In the Tennessee Coal Miners Glove match, it's Dixie Devastation versus the Cream Team. And you've got to be at the Hanover National Guard Armory to see a special challenge match. Dave the Wave versus Kevin the Truth Casey. Killer hit Kirk Dredd versus the War Pig. Plus special appearances by Hangman Harley Watkins, the Golden Phoenix, Watsumi the Rising Sun, the insatiable Adrian Hall, and many, many, many more. As UIW Pro Wrestling comes to the Hanover National Guard Armory, 51 Clearview Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are just $8. Children 13 and under, only $5. Saturday, October 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Hanover National Guard Armory. Be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for one fall. In the ring at this time, from Alexandria, Virginia, he weighs 238 pounds, Kevin Stone.
This is Whispering Mike Paradise back with our guest commentator. I think I can say that today. Kevin, sometimes the Truth Casey.
I'm the permanent commentator here.
The permanent commentator, Mr. Casey informs me. And we've got Kevin Stone from Alexandria, Virginia already out there.
Keep those comments to a whisper here, Paradise.
You like that, huh? And here comes Hangman Harley Watkins from the Badlands of South Dakota. A real tough customer, Kevin Casey.
I wouldn't want to cross the guy, let's put it that way.
I wouldn't want to do it either. And I wouldn't want to get run over by his Harley either.
Well, that's for sure. This is definitely a guy that couldn't make the country club circuit with myself on the 19th hole after a nice round.
Oh, Kevin, you wouldn't take him out as a golf guest at your country club?
He might be a caddy, but you'd have to get a haircut and a shave.
Well, he's going to be a tough customer here for Kevin Stone.
This Stone guy, I don't like his first name. He's trying to be like me.
Oh, well, no one else should be named Kevin, I take it
I'm
then.
the only one. I
The
spell my
only
name
one.
K-E-V-E-N.
Say that again?
I spell it K-E-V-E-N.
E-N.
That's right.
Kevin. Okay.
Because the E stands for electricity.
Okay.
Look
well,
at Hangman.
Hangman's coming back at him. Kevin Stone gave him a couple of
DDT.
shots there in
That
the
could be
corner.
it. Come on, boy, get up!
All right, and Harley, he likes to stay with the action there. Always admonishes his opponents to get up after he's knocked them down.
Makes sense.
It sure does. And he's going to work right on him here.
Reverse chin lock applied by the Hangman here. Looked like he's going to be rearranging the
he's trying to pull
features of Kevin Stone.
Yeah.
He ought to. The guy's he's got this Kevin Stone's somewhat an eyesore, in my opinion.
You really like this guy. Evidently, he's got no shot at coming under your management.
Huh. Right.
Anyway,
he's got about as much chance as Saddam Hussein has to become the UN Secretary General.
Anyway, there's a couple of neat shots there.
About Hangman.
Harley Watkins. And what's that, some kind of choke there? Or?
That's a reverse chin lock, Paradise. If you knew anything about wrestling, you'd know. That's why they got me into
Kevin,
this job.
exactly, Kevin.
Now,
I knew you'd explain it to me.
Now you see a version of the Japanese sleeper here. Now Watkins wearing his man down. We can't tell by the long hair.
I think that's just a choke hold there, Kevin.
You can't tell by the camera angles here.
No, I'm going on to history.
Is that Howard, the referee, again?
Yes, it is. Handsome Howard's in there.
Who told him he was handsome? His mother? He looks like Howard Sprague from
he told me that you gave him that name.
Show. Yeah, right. Damn! He must be hanging out with Kurt Dredd.
Well, I don't know.
Howard looks like that Howard Sprague guy from Andy Griffith's show. Where's his mother? Is he out playing poker again?
I'm sure she's enjoying this. Howard seems to be employed full-time.
Ooh, knee to the midsection, the lower midsection of one Kevin Stone.
There you go.
I like that maneuver there, flying mare. You can't see either one of the men's faces here in this match.
No, you can't. It's hard to tell.
What a power slam, that could do it.
And that does do it. A 3 count for Kevin Stone. Our winner is Hangman Harley Watkins.
He's not through inflicting punishment here.
No, he doesn't seem to be. He's
Howard Sprague, the referee, better watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is set for one fall. And we're going to this time at 261 pounds from somewhere in Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scorpion.
Well, Kevin, do you know this guy? I've never seen him before. Scorpion?
Achtung is what it's called. That's German for attention.
All of a sudden, we've got an influx here of German wrestlers with Ulrich Malmstrom, who's Sonny Steele's new protege. And I'm sure you remember Sonny Steele. And here's Vinny, the Beach Boy Young. A big guy. Beach Boy Young from Ocean City, Maryland.
Never turn your back on a German.
Here's the Scorpion. Whoa, look at this. He's going right at it here,
Must have
Kevin.
been the Luftwaffe.
Yes, death
Irish
from
whip.
above or something like that. And Vinny comes back with a elbow smash of his own there.
Beach bum Vinny going to work on
A clothesline. Okay. Hey, Vinny's getting a little pumped up here. I think this is working out.
Has he ever won a match around here?
Yeah, he has. I've seen him do it a few times.
Okay.
Vinny's a gamer there, Kevin. Real gamer.
What's Vinny waiting for? Vinny needs to get a new haircut. Reminds me of the guy from Pain and Agony.
this is somewhat of a new haircut for him. It
Well,
used to be
I
all
don't like
blonde.
he's trying to copy Pain and Agony. I like those Pain and Agony guys.
You like that, huh?
I really like them. I'm looking for a tag team, by the way.
I figured you were. Are they coming into
I
your
don't know.
stable?
Everything's secret in Chaos.
Have we been
Enterprise.
talking to them?
Dude, we're gonna, in the weeks to come, you're gonna see Chaos Enterprises. I don't even have time to talk about it. Chaos Enterprises is gonna have a revolving door. It's gonna be tryouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Beach Boy
Right there. But he does win a
That's
match.
his tryout.
He won the match.
Beach Boy, he'll never make the tryout.
He won the match with a new haircut and everything. All right. And Kevin, we're going to be back with maybe something special with you in it real soon.
First installment.
Right after.
Kevin the Truth Case's live segment entitled Nothing But the Truth Fans.
Hey,
So stay tuned.
You heard it here first.
Don't
Stay
touch the
tuned.
dial.
We'll be right back.
Hey, you, sitting there watching this pro wrestling show, did you ever wonder how guys like Kirk Dredd, the War Pig, Axel Rotten, and the other UIW stars got into wrestling? Here's your answer. They attended the Pro Wrestling Training Center in Hanover, Pennsylvania. This facility can make you the next UIW star. Call the owner, Phil Livelsberger, at 717-633-9542 and get started in your new exciting career. Stop watching and be watched. Join the Pro Wrestling Training Center now. Attention wrestling fans, here's your chance to add all the great UIW action to your home video library. Universal Independent Wrestling is now available on video cassette. Each action-packed tape contains one exciting hour of UIW matches and interviews as seen on TV, all for the incredibly low price of $14.95. Just send $2 in a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen to receive your catalog of all the great UIW action now available to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to bring out from England, Axel Rotten.
All right, cut the music a minute. You know, there's a lot of crap going on right now in the UIW. You know, there's a...
First things first, welcome fans to the first installment of Nothing But the Truth. I'm your host, Kevin Casey, and my first very special guest-
This is London Live with Axel Rotten.
Hey, wait a minute, pal. You don't have to like things that go on in Chaos Enterprises. Just be lucky that you're there.
Look, I came out here with just a few things to say, and let's get it over with. I don't care. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. After the stunt you pulled, I could give a crap about you or anyone else. As long as you keep the checks coming, I don't care who I have to beat up. I don't care if it's Sexy Steve Valentino, Bad Thing AJ Fritzoid, Max Thrasher the Bounty Hunter. I don't care if it's Killer Hit Kirk Dredd. As long as you can keep the checks coming, as long as you can keep paying me, I'm with Chaos, and that's all I have to say. So as long as you keep the money in my hand, I'm with Chaos.
The only reason that I had you or any of these guys is so I could be the commentator in the UIW. That was my only objective, and I served it. Everyone's a pawn in the Chaos plan. Hey.
Whoa. All I want to know is where's the check for this week?
What do you mean the check for this week? Hey, we're diversified. I spent a lot of money.
I got something to say.
Hey, look, you come out here getting in my face again. We can do it right here, right now. I don't care.
Anytime, any place. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of him. I ain't afraid of nobody. Let's go.
Yeah, let's see it. Get him, Axel. Get him, Axel. Get him. You get him, Axel.
Where's my check for this week?
Don't worry about the check. Get him first, and I'll pay you later. Shut up out there, you redneck. You shut your mouth, you punk.
Give me the money. Hey, if you want to hook it up, come on, babe. I took on the Golden Phoenix. I'll take on you, you fat slob, and I'll take on you. I don't have any friends anymore. They all stab me in the back, especially you, Kevin Casey, so I don't count anybody as my friend anymore. And these idiots out here better learn that after tonight, there is no more bounty hunter, because I'm doing everything for myself from now on. So come on.
He called you a fat slob, Axel. You gonna let him do that to you?
I'm not going to do anything unless I get paid.
Well, you're gonna get paid after the show. You shut your mouth, you rednecks. Get him now. Worry about getting paid later.
Okay.
Attention wrestling fans, here's your chance to add all the great UIW action to your home video library. Universal Independent Wrestling is now available on video cassette. Each action-packed tape contains one exciting hour of UIW matches and interviews as seen on TV, all for the incredibly low price of $14.95. Just send $2 in a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen to receive your catalog of all the great UIW action now available to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at 213 pounds, he hails from Chattanooga, Tennessee, outrageous Ricky Lane.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it for yourselves there. Kevin Casey finally got what he had been asking for for such a long time here in the UIW. Axel Rotten and Max the Bounty Hunter Thrasher finally turned on Kevin Casey after what they considered rotten treatment and gave him some back. What a wild scene we had at ringside. And we don't know where Kevin Casey is at this moment. I'm waiting for some determination from our production staff here to let us know where he is. So in the meantime, we've got this match between outrageous Ricky Lane and Watsumi the Rising Sun. And there you have it, the fireworks we've come to expect from Watsumi. And it's been a wild and woolly hour here on the UIW. Anyway, Watsumi's getting ready to go in there against Ricky Lane. Watsumi is a US-born citizen trained in Japan in martial arts. And quite an interesting story, and you'll see some martial arts moves, I'm sure, in this match. Ricky Lane will have all he can handle, that's for sure. And they lock up in the middle of the ring there. And Watsumi goes to a rather conventional headlock off the ropes. And what a move! And a body slam he finishes out with. Watsumi's the kind of wrestler you really have to keep your eye on because he just moves so fast. And Watsumi uses some rather unusual moves, as you see, like that with that semi-karate punch, that judo-type punch in there, that he uses along with more conventional wrestling holds. A suplex over the top. And just an unusual situation with Watsumi against a very conventional American-type wrestler. What a flip there! As we get a leg drop from Watsumi. Just a real unusual move. A 2 count, and he pulls him up before Handsome Howard can do anything. And Watsumi goes over the top after coming off the ropes. Oh! Dropping an elbow drop there, outrageous Ricky Lane, but to no good. All he does is get some canvas marks there on his elbow. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if I sound like I'm a little bit out of it, I still can't believe what went on before this match with Axel Rotten and Max, the Bounty Hunter Thrasher, giving Kevin, the half-truth Casey, his comeuppance. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, just sitting down at our broadcast table here is Ed Son, our events coordinator for the UIW. Hey, can you bring us up to date? What kind of shape is Kevin Half-Truth Casey in?
Well, Mike, you know, it's kind of an odd situation. Number one, the contract stipulated in the event of a loss by the Golden Phoenix, Dave the Wave careers was over, and that Kevin Casey would become the color commentator here at the UIW table. The problem is, Kevin Casey, after the incident just happened, is unavailable and is unable to come to the color commentary.
He was injured that badly, Ed, in that exchange in the ring there?
Right now, he's got a very sore throat. The doctor's looking at him. What's happening is...
Well, Ed, if you'll excuse me for a minute, Watsumi, with his Oriental Wiles there, just overcame outrageous Ricky Lane. We're going to have Ed Son back after we come back from a commercial break here, and maybe we'll get some more information on Kevin Casey and what the situation is with Dave the Wave and the UIW. We'll be back with more wrestling after these messages.
Hey, you, sitting there watching this pro wrestling show, did you ever wonder how guys like Kirk Dredd, the War Pig, Axel Rotten, and the other UIW stars got into wrestling? Here's your answer. They attended the Pro Wrestling Training Center in Hanover, Pennsylvania. This facility can make you the next UIW star. Call the owner, Phil Livelsberger, at 717-633-9542 and get started in your new exciting career. Stop watching and be watched. Join the Pro Wrestling Training Center now.
Well, folks, y'all saw the match earlier. I lost my career because the Golden Phoenix, I had to disqualify him. He lost to the Max Thrasher, so I don't know what the deal is. I was asked to come out and do an interview, and I'd like to bring out Axel Rotten and Max Thrasher.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's still my ex-broadcast partner, but it's Dave the Wave. And he's in the ring, and here comes Axel Rotten and Max the Bounty Hunter Thrasher. You can hear this crowd, Ed Son. They're real excited about this. They just recently did in the most hated man in the UIW, Kevin Half-Truth, or sometimes the Truth Casey.
A lot has happened today with me, Kevin Casey. He was commentating for me for a while, but then you guys took him out.
Listen here, Dave the Wave. A lot of things went down past couple weeks. I was Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter. I did anything for a buck. Didn't know they were going to stab me in the back. So I'm going to say this right now. Axel Rotten showed what true loyalty is, so I'll watch his back. Number two, you need anything from me, I do it free of charge. And I got one more thing for the fans out there. Don't expect me to be out there kissing babies and stuff like that. I'm right down the middle. I'll take on anybody. Now, one more thing, and then I'll let my friend Axel Rotten take over. I said before, this was the end of the era of Max Thrasher, the Bounty Hunter. There is no more bounty hunting going on here. And the way to show it, one of you fans can take this home and hang it in your room, because this is it.
Max, a lot of stuff's gone down between us. Hey, Max. Yeah. Axel. Lots going down here today. Some big changes taking place.
Hey, you know, let me tell each and every one of you people out here one thing. Max Thrasher and Axel Rotten never claimed to be the kind of guys you're going to take home and meet mom and dad. We never said we were. We're never going to be. But what we're going to say right here, and each and every one of you people has witnessed to this. From this day forth, Max and Axe, the greatest tandem to ever come into the UIW, are going to go for one thing. Kevin the Truth Casey, you want to jump on us? It might not be so easy jumping off because I'm nasty, I'm evil, and on top of that, I got the sickest individual watching my back. So if you people out here want to see the end of Chaos Enterprises, Max and Axe are going to come to this ring or any ring throughout the country. And Kevin the Truth Casey, you know it's funny. They say that you wanted to be a commentator all your life. Now you got the job to talk, but I don't think your throat's doing so well after I drop my big fat behind elbow right down on your throat, right here in this ring, and all you people stop!
Hey! Like I said, somebody got a souvenir. I'm canceling all my bookings until September 14th. September 14th in Martinsburg, you're gonna see one of the biggest surprises to ever hit any professional wrestling. Not just Axe and Max, but you wait till you see the new, improved Max Thrasher.
Max, let's put this whole stupid Casey thing behind us. Let's put it behind us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, an unusual kind of event that's on. I never thought I'd see the day. Dave the Wave up there in the ring with two people that have really given him a hard time in the past, Axel Rotten, or they call themselves now Axe and Max.
Saturday, October 5th at the Hanover National Guard Armory in Hanover, Pennsylvania. The UIW presents professional wrestling like you've never seen it before. Universal Independent Wrestling. The UIW brings you the biggest, baddest wrestlers in the country. Featuring Max Thrasher versus Bad Thing AJ Fritzl. Axel Rotten versus The Surgeon. In the Tennessee Coal Miners Glove match, it's Dixie Devastation versus the Cream Team. And you've got to be at the Hanover National Guard Armory to see a special challenge match. Dave the Wave versus Kevin the Truth Casey. Killer Hit Kurt Dredd versus the War Pig. Plus special appearances by Hangman Harley Watkins, the Golden Phoenix, Watsumi the Rising Sun, the Insatiable Adrian Hall, and many, many, many more. As UIW Pro Wrestling comes to the Hanover National Guard Armory, 51 Clearview Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are just $8. Children 13 and under, only $5. Saturday, October 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Hanover National Guard Armory. Be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is scheduled for the Return Grudge Match Tag Team. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are being led to the ring by the Southern Belle, a combined weight of 525 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Dixie Devastation, Johnny Stonewall Lower, and gentlemen, Jeff Collette.
Well, it's on. We know who those two guys are, but who's the Dixie Belle? Look at this, Ed. A little bit of class being added to this act. Well, I'm telling you. How about it? There we go. Not to bring his name up again, but certainly better looking coming out with the tag team than Kevin the Half-Truth Casey.
I just don't understand what you're doing with these guys like that.
Me either.
No.
Must be a relative, Ed.
I'll tell you what.
And their opponents, a combined weight of 475 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Rip Rest in Peace Sawyer, Diamond Dave Casanova. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cream Team.
All right, and here they come, the Cream Team. Diamond Dave Dave Casanova and Rip. Rest in peace, Sawyer. And we're going to go right at it. The Cream team doesn't even bother to get their jackets off yet. Okay, and Rip Sawyer grooving to the music out there in the center of the ring as the Cream team gets ready to take their jackets off and go at it with Dixie Devastation.
The match has already become legendary in UIW history.
That's for sure, Edzon.
Because of the way the match, you know, as president of UIW, it was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. You hate to see any individual put their career on the line like that. Obviously, Dave the Wave is back. He took a severe beating at the hands of Dixie Devastation with that match.
Diamond Dave's looked like he was going to take the leather there for a minute to Johnny Lawler, but I don't know which one's going to wrestle first here. It looks like Rip Sawyer, and he's going to go in against Gentleman Jeff Collette, whether he wants to or not.
Well, they're going to take it to him right off the bat. You know, I'd like to go back to the situation and explain it to the fans. His backstage with Kevin, and he has a sword. He's with the doctor now. The doctor operations or contusions. And you know,
Ed, and not to interrupt you here, but the last information we got about Kevin the Truth Casey is that there was even a possibility that he might have had a crushed larynx in this situation, and that's what we're checking into right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're having a little trouble hearing Ed's on at the present time, we're just having a couple of technical difficulties with Ed's microphone. We want to bring you up to date as soon as we can on this situation with Kevin the Truth Casey, how our broadcast team is going to work here at the UIW. And you saw it for yourself between Max Thrasher and Axel Rotten. It's Axe and Max now, and that's quite a situation there inside.
Well, I'll tell you what, I put many hours into putting that match together. I looked at every way I could to make a fair match. Number one, you know, that was the demand of Kevin Casey, to put his career on the line and Dave's career on the line. He wanted the color commentator's job. And to be real honest with you, he was the last person I wanted sitting on this desk every week.
Well, Ed, believe me, in this position, I can appreciate that.
Well, the thing is, when the contracts were signed, the deal was made that Kevin would be sitting at this desk doing the commentary. And right now, I'm going to be going to my lawyers this week and talking to them because, number one, as far as I can tell, by Kevin's currently not being here, his contract is now null and void.
So in other words, it's a violation.
It is a violation.
And that constitutes the cancellation of the contract.
That's exactly right. And there's another thing you have to look at, and that is the spirit of the law and the way the contract was written. You know, every time something happens in UIW, it just boggles my mind, the things that goes on between people. What's happened between these four individuals in the ring? What's going on with Max Thrasher and Dave the Wave? The situation with Axel Rotten being part of Chaos Enterprise. What just happened here no more than 15 minutes ago. Absolutely incredible that this type of thing is going on. You try to rein these individuals in, but you can't take their ability to get even with one another away from them. That's why I don't believe in fines. I don't believe in suspensions. They have never worked in the history of professional wrestling, and I won't do them here. The obvious way to do it is to put these gentlemen in the ring under the type of stipulations that'll force them to settle their differences.
Well, Ed, it certainly seems like in the UIW, more than any organization I've been involved with, you got to cover all the bases.
That's exactly right. You know, like I said, I spent...
Not that this counteraction going on here, but Johnny Lawler just lifted up Joe DiCarlo, tossed him in the corner, and the Dream Team came back at Gentleman Jeff Collette as we've got Diamond Dave Casanova in there now.
Well, Dixie Devastation obviously has got the attention of the Cream Team. The Cream Team have been in and been great tag teams. They got a lot of nice moves like this one right here.
What a move!
What teamwork. You know, here's where you see the fact that Dixie Devastation hasn't been together as long as Jeff Collette and Johnny Lawler as what the Cream Team is. You can see the difference in the teamwork.
And not to take anything away from Johnny Lawler, but there are many instances in the ring where he seems to be very inexperienced.
Well, that's part of the UIW philosophy. These gentlemen have an opportunity to be competitive. They have an opportunity to get better. you know, we look at ourselves as this is where the young lions of wrestling are, and the only way they can get to be the type of wrestlers they want to be is they've got to be able to get into that ring, and that's what we're here for, to give them that opportunity.
Well, it's getting real wild and woolly out here, Edson, and we certainly don't want to miss any of this great UIW action. We'll remind the fans one more time that not tag team, but the heavyweight championship of the UIW, the final stand takes place in Martinsburg, West Virginia, Saturday, September the 14th. It's something you won't want to miss. Right now, we've got Diamond Dave Casanova hooked up out there with Gentleman Jeff Collette. Leapfrog, Johnny Lawler catches him with a clothesline.
A little teamwork on the Dixie Devastation's part. They're obviously learning as they go along. They're getting tighter and tighter every time out.
Certainly are.
And, you know, I have to wonder what the purpose of the Southern Belle is here, because, you know, until I see something, I can't say much one way or another about her purpose standing there at ringside. That's
very true. Rip Sawyer wanting to come in the ring to help out his partner, Diamond Dave, and Joe DiCarlo restrains him. Oh, atomic drop there.
I tell you what, Joe DiCarlo has got to be one of the greatest referees I've ever seen. He takes everything that goes on the ring very personally. He never misses hardly anything. You consider 4 men in the ring like this, and the ability of him to keep this match under control is a tribute to Joe DiCarlo, because at this point, this thing could be completely out of control.
Joe does get around the ring faster than anybody I've ever seen, Edson. They've got him in. Johnny Lawler gets Diamond Dave at some sort of abdominal stretch as Gentleman Jeff Collette gets in the boot.
Laid him out with that. That neck breaker is is a devastating maneuver.
It sure is. Toss.
Nice height, nice distance on that. Took him out to the corner of that ring, the edge of that ring, where that ring's the toughest. That's where it hurts the most.
There's the tag off. Gentleman Jeff Collette holds him up for Johnny Lawler. Into the ropes. Double clothesline from Dixie Devastation. And Dave Casanova's in trouble out there.
Well, Dave, you know, he's not going to lay there and take it too much longer. After what happened to Team Jamal, I'm sure he's going to.
Suplex right there.
You know, I'm surprised Dixie Devastation hasn't gone after that forehead after the way they gashed him open with those belts at the country whipping match. You think, oh, here it comes. Now they're looking to work that area.
Yeah, it sure looks like it is.
Nice side suplex there. Jeff Collette comes back into the ring. Right now, they're dominating the Cream team, and I'm rather surprised, to be honest with you.
Rather unusual move.
Well, this was a match that, up until last week, we weren't even sure it was going to take place.
Flying clothesline there.
These stitches that they've had, we obviously can't put somebody in the ring with stitches like that and endanger their health. And
well, that's certainly up to you, Edson, and the State Athletic Commission.
Correct. And they could stop anything at any time if they feel that that gentleman's health is beyond help. You know.
I tell you, it's a shame that Diamond Dave can't get a tag off here to Rip Sawyer, because he surely is taking a beating.
Well, that's where we're seeing the maturation of Dixie Devastation as a tag team, because they're smart. They're working half the ring, keeping their opponent in that half of the ring and keeping Rip Sawyer out of the action. Now, how long, rest in peace, Sawyer's going to be able to stand in that corner? You know, he's one of them fiery redheads.
Yes, he is.
Come out of there any time.
And a drop kick from Johnny Lawler, and he got some pretty good height on that edge, son.
Definitely. It's surprising for a man of Johnny Lawler's size and build that he can get up there like that.
Like I say, Johnny is very deceptive. You don't realize just how quick he is sometimes, or just how agile he is for such a large guy.
The teachings of Bubba Monroe have really had an effect on Johnny Lawler.
Jeff Collette tries a drop kick or some aerial move, gets himself hung up in the ropes and winds up outside the ring. And Rip Sawyer trying desperately to get a tag, and he does from Diamond Dave Casanova. Here comes the Ripster.
Jeff Collette's about ready to get some repayment.
Taking it right out, the elbows are flying. Johnny Lawler's in the ring too. And Rip Sawyer takes one upside his head and a clothesline into the ropes. And Rip moves him out of the ring. Diamond Dave's got Gentleman Jeff. And now they've got him tied up in the corner. Here's the tag.
Oh, look out here.
Oh, wait a minute, they're setting him up.
Looks like teamwork to me.
Flying body drop. They've got him pinned. That's it for Dixie Devastation.
Johnny Lawler's Johnny Lawler's Johnny the Faller.
I'll tell you, quite a move there. the Cream Team. As with a flying body drop, Rip Sawyer pins gentleman Jeff Colette.
I'll tell you what, I can hear the phones ringing next week because they're going to want to be knowing. They're going to want their revenge. They're going to be very upset about this.
And Ed will be looking forward to that matchup. And we'll come back with more wrestling after these messages.
Saturday, October 5th at the Hanover National Guard Armory in Hanover, Pennsylvania. The UIW presents professional wrestling like you've never seen it before. Universal Independent Wrestling. The UIW brings you the biggest, baddest wrestlers in the country. Featuring Max Thrasher versus Bad Thing AJ Fritzl. Axel Rotten versus The Surgeon. In the Tennessee Coal Miners Glove match, it's Dixie Devastation versus the Cream Team. And you've got to be at the Hanover National Guard Armory to see a special challenge match. Dave the Wave versus Kevin the Truth Casey. Killer Hit Kurt Dredd versus the War Pig. Plus special appearances by Hangman Harley Watkins, the Golden Phoenix, Watsumi the Rising Sun, the Insatiable Adrian Hall, and many, many, many more. As UIW Pro Wrestling comes to the Hanover National Guard Armory, 51 Clearview Road in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Tickets are just $8. Children 13 and under, only $5. Saturday, October 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Hanover National Guard Armory. Be there.
Here's your chance to add all the great UIW action to your home video library. Universal Independent Wrestling is now available on video cassette. Each action-packed tape contains one exciting hour of UIW matches and interviews as seen on TV, all for the incredibly low price of $14.95. Just send $2 in a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen to receive your catalog of all the great UIW action now available to you.
Introducing first, from right here in Baltimore, Maryland, he weighs 251 pounds, Sledgehammer McGill.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last match of this hour of UIW Wrestling, and it shapes up to be a great one, Ed Zahn. Sledgehammer McGill, a crowd pleaser, and the War Pig. You know, we have not heard much about since he and Sonny Steele did a little split there.
Well, this is an interesting situation because, number one, Sledgehammer is obviously a fan favorite.
And his opponent hails from Howell's Kitchen in New York. He weighs 378 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the War Pig.
And, you know, here you have a man that had a falling out with Sonny Steele, or Sonny Steele, as somebody used to refer to him. And he's a fan favorite, but I don't know at this point if he's really changed his attitude once he gets in between those ropes. It'll be interesting to see. But that's the UIW. It can be a fan favorite against a fan favorite. Everybody hates against another one. And here we'll see. What do we have with the War Pig at this point?
Well, the War Pig, now wait a minute, Ed Zahn. All of a sudden, here's Sonny Steele.
Well, I see Sonny's here, but he doesn't have his protege with him, and I wonder what's going on. He came out by himself. Now, this is a very dangerous situation for Sonny Steele to come out like this.
He doesn't have his patented pigskin briefcase either.
No, he certainly doesn't, and I don't know that he wouldn't have a pigskin briefcase after the beating he took at the hands of a War Pig.
That's for sure.
Snakeskin, yes.
The guy's out here, and he seems to be laughing at the War Pig's misfortune. Boy, now there's the test of strength right there, as Sledgehammer McGill gives the War Pig a body slam.
Well, you know, Sledge is always the gentleman there, and I'll tell you what, that's a good recognition on his part. He could deliver that elbow and wound up hurting himself here.
That's for sure.
And, you know, everybody's kind of just wondering what's going on.
I think he might have injured himself on that one as he took a flying body slam.
Sonny Steele reached in and grabbed the foot of Sledgehammer the way he's trying to help the War Pig. What's going on here?
I don't, like I said, Ed Zahn, you know, you say it's a different ball game every week here in the UIW, and it certainly is. And now Sonny Steele's pointing at the War Pig, and I don't know what he's screaming.
You know, he was out here a couple weeks ago. He has a new man, his protege, and made the threats toward the War Pig, and now he's out here and looks like he's trying to help the War Pig. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Now he's laughing at the War Pig.
Yeah, that's
Sonny Steele, if you can hear me, please write to the UIW offices and let us know whether you're friend or foe when it comes to the War Pig.
And I'm going to have a talk with the War Pig because I just don't understand what's going on here. Now, I'm generally in touch with these people all the time, and, you know, I hear now.
He tripped him there.
He went the other way now.
Ed, let me ask you this. I mean, you've been official UIW. Now he's taking off. Oh, and the War Pig got pinned.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what a turn of events. There goes the War Pig. He's after Sonny Steele, and the winner, Sledgehammer McGill. Not that he won unfairly, but Sonny Steele reaches in the ring and trips up the War Pig.
And I'm sure Sledge knew what was going on there. He wouldn't have taken that easy pinfall. So I am totally confused. I can tell it's going to be another busy week in the UIW office.
Well,
you people saw what happened. Max, Axel, I could get away with it. I'll be ready, though, the 14th in Martinsburg. I'll be taking over my normal's position. And remember, Chaos mottos, loyalty, bravery, and